Up, people? How's it going? I hope it's going good. I do. But we're here for Gerald's game, which was an interesting one, to say the
It
least.
was.
To say the least. But how's it going,
Straight up.
James?
It was a straight up survival movie.
It was. It was. It was. Shit, it was. The way it started out was kind of like, okay, I see where this is going. The guy pops the Viagra. He wants to have a wild time with the wife on the weekend, and shit, like it's not even funny, but just like how he died fucking or getting ready
Well,
to
not
fuck him.
even. It didn't even start yet. He was getting
Yeah,
ready.
that's oh
Yeah, it's
man.
crazy. But anyways, yeah, I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Chilling. Work. Not a bad week. One more day.
Yeah.
Well, besides overtime, but you know what I mean.
Well,
One
not me.
more.
I'm almost capped out. Weekends off.
You lucky bastard. See, we'll talk. We'll talk. That's not for now. That's not. What's up, people? We're here again for another episode of Horror Research 30, and again we are doing Gerald's game tonight. And the song of the night is Big Daddy, which I mean,
Yeah, it goes with it.
it ties with this movie in so many ways, just by title alone. Not even talking about the actual song. But go check out Big Daddy. Link is in the description. Check it out after this episode. And if you haven't seen this movie, check it out.
If he didn't die with that heart attack, she would have been calling him Big Daddy.
Maybe not, because she didn't want it. She didn't like that, remember? Which before we even get any
Oh, that's true. That's true.
let's dive into those early ratings. Just to, in case they change.
Okay, I'm going back and forth with this. So as of right now, I'm going to start with a 6.
6. I'm around like that same areas, around like a 6 for myself. Oops. As well. There we go.
Yeah, it was a decent movie. It's more of a thriller.
I'll say that too. Thriller / suspense than it is like a horror. I mean, it has horror elements to it. I get it, but
Well, yeah, they had it wasn't haunting. She was just losing her mind. Her mind broke because she was basically, her body was shutting down. She was dehydrated, even though after one day I thought she was that dehydrated.
no, I think it was
But
more than one
anyways,
day.
no, she started acting crazy after the one day. They're like, "You went all day without water." Oh, and she's like,
What
"Oh,
was
I'm
wrong with me?
sorry." Like, I was like, but anyways, yeah. So basically, her body's shutting down because she's dehydrating.
Mhm.
Um, Bad circulation. Her arms are handcuffed to the bed, up in like crucified position, like she's
Pretty
just
much.
dangling there.
Pretty much.
Uh, but yeah, then we find out they had marriage problems. That's why they did a go away. They went there, tried to make up their marriage, like fix it, and it was her idea. She was like, "Let's go to the bedroom or something," and he was like, "Oh, okay." So, but he pops Viagra's,
Mm-hmm.
and he's sitting there talking to her. Started getting a little rough. She didn't like it. Find out later on the reason why she don't like it.
Yeah, which we'll get
So
into
it's
that.
basically he started going too far. Like he's about to rape her.
Well, not even. I think she felt that way, but it was more so because of like with the cuffs. It seemed like she was into it until she found out they were real. Then it kind of, you know what I mean. Then it kind of took away from like, what the fuck? Like you're using real
Well, even when
handcuffs.
she was saying, "Oh," he was still like grabbing her and
Yeah.
like forcing himself. And she was like, "I said not going to start kicking him."
Well, she
Like,
bit him.
and he thought, yeah, and he was like, "Oh," he was acting like, "Oh, she's still playing along." Like he knew she wasn't playing along, and he was still going with it because that's his mindset. Because later on, like in her mind, he's saying it to her as like ghosts, like her talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "When I'm out weekend, like you don't even know my other side of me." Like he's like that. He
is
likes rough
fucking
and
not
crazy.
not
He's
even the rough
crazy. Like
part of it. Not the rough part of it. No, that there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with rough sex. But more so like the forcefulness of it.
yeah, the forceful,
Unless
like
it's
rapey. Yeah,
unless it's this is gonna sound crazy, people. The consensual, where it's like the role play type of that's what I mean by that. That's all I'm gonna say. But like with that, that wasn't that in this. And maybe for him it was, and he didn't know her past traumas at all either. So maybe it
oh no,
was
she never told him. Yeah, she
no,
never told him.
she didn't tell anybody. Remember, she said
No.
she didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Never talked about it again either. But now what I was gonna excuse me, what I was gonna say is so for her it felt like that. For him it didn't feel like that, but I still feel like he was just like too aggressive too soon for something like that. For that type of thing, he was too aggressive too soon. You warm up to that kind of rough stuff. And
Yeah.
I read it in Cosmo, people. That's all I know. And yeah, yeah. I gotta actually before I get into this. No, I'll go back with it. I'll go back with it because I'm gonna forget my point. But no, what I was getting at though is it seemed like in a situation like that, like you would kind of slow down to make sure the person that you're with is like, just make sure they're cool. You good?
You
You
got
okay with
yeah,
this?
you got to read the room. You got to read the
Yeah,
room.
I'm yeah. That's what I mean by that. Because if you're into it, you know you're into it. You know if a person's into it or not. You know if a person's into it. I don't mean it in like a way like that. I mean in like a way like no, let's try something else or this is cool. But him, that was just like he was just ignoring all the signs, ignoring everything. He didn't give up. But
No,
again, he had his weekends. He had his trips. He had his fucking
you
work
got it all
trips.
out.
And
Yeah.
fucking, yeah, so he got all his wild, sick, freak ass shit out. Which I'm assuming he has a good amount of money, so I'm assuming he was paying these women to do whatever he wants. You know what I mean? Type of
Oh,
deal.
there's a high chance of that. Yeah, they never actually said it, but yeah,
But,
there could have
and the
been like
reason
high
why
paid
the
escorts
big
and
a
shit.
big
Yeah.
reason why I say that is because there was never any signs of like um not even signs, never any rumors or never any like well yeah, I guess you could say signs of him like I won't say the R words. I'll say graping somebody, like graping another female or graping another person. And because you know how these fucking mixed response. Oh shit. Anyway. What was I saying, James? Oh shit. I lost him, guys. I lost him. James. Welcome back, buddy.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. Restream kicked me out.
I don't know what the hell happened either.
That's
What
weird.
was I saying last? What did you hear or what did you hear last?
Um, groping.
Grape. Oh yeah, the graping. That's what I was saying. Yeah, so
Oh,
like
the graping. Yeah.
yeah. So like
Drop the
with
G.
that, huh?
I said drop the G.
Nah. Well, yeah, but I don't want to drop the G on the
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean. So it's I mean, obviously she's no, that's what I was getting. Okay. I got it back. I got it back, guys. I got it back. Again, he as far as like the graping thing, it was probably again where I was saying there was nothing, there was no allegations, there was no nothing. There was no like even when she was having her dreams, you know, the eclipse thing and all that. She there was never any other like female's face as far as like kind of like he did this to me too type of deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. True.
It was
Yeah.
just her
No.
and her younger
No.
self.
This is the first time he did this to her.
Yeah.
He tried to spice it
And
up. Yeah.
so I guess we might as well get into this. Well, actually, yeah, we might as well get into it. So the main character, she she's having
I forgot her name. She was in a TV show, Private Practice. I think she
she's
looks
well,
familiar.
she's in all the Flanagan stuff, all the Flanagan shows. Because he
Oh
always
yeah,
uses the
you're
same
right. Yeah, you're
Flanagan.
right. That's right.
So if you're a fan of Mike Flanagan, I think you would enjoy this. It was different, and I do feel like this is a pretty good movie. I will say this though, I do enjoy the shows better, quite a bit better.
Yeah.
But it's. I know it's apples to oranges. They're both a fruit because they're both visual content, audio and visual content. If you want to, you guys know what the fuck I'm saying. You watch them both on TV. Just one's film, one's a movie, one's a series. Both on Netflix. Not a sponsor, but can be Netflix. I'll let your boy. I'll review all your movies on there. But you got to pay. You got to pay a lot. Yeah. Holy shit.
Oh, real quick too. So when he dies, that's not just the fucked up part. So she starts seeing him, but the fucked up part is, I think she didn't start going crazy until the dog started ripping pieces off him to eat him. That wild
Yeah.
dog
Yeah.
that got in the house
Mm-hmm.
just started like ripping pieces off his arm and everything, just eating it. And she's yelling, "Get away from him! Get away from him!" But after that, she opened her eyes, and that's when he came. The hand hit the bed. I'm like, "What the hell?" I thought it was like he'll get waking up,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. It was her imagination of him getting up, but his dead body still on the ground. So she's having a conversation with him, but then she even breaks even more. Now, another version of her. She's talking to
Yeah.
herself, and
Which
then the two
one?
are talking together, like
Yep.
having conversations with each other, talking back and forth. I'm like,
I
the
like
fuck is
that.
going on?
I actually like
No,
that
I
a
did
lot.
too. I was like,
It
it
was
was
like,
crazy
okay,
though.
she's really fucking losing it because you got to think she's losing. She's going. You have to think of it like this too, James. Right? I don't know. I forgot what you said. Like a day. Let's just say it was a day, but you also have to think of. So she was there from the night before, and then that whole day into the night and the next day, and it's like I know that shit started happening sooner, but you also have to think like her husband died right on top of her, pretty much. You had to kick him off of her.
Yeah,
Well, not maybe not died right on top of her. The heart attack definitely did it, but maybe he died on the floor. But she's cussing the
yeah.
bed. She couldn't do anything anyway. But so
No,
it's like
she was
you,
trapped. She was there to die because the
yeah.
bed was reinforced. Some super wooden bed, like heavy as fuck. She couldn't rip the boards off them. I would have been
Well,
fucking
I get that though. If you
yanking.
get if you get them fucking heavy beds, them heavy ass beds, fucking expensive beds, they can be a yeah. That's see, but this is
I,
why. Listen, people, if you're gonna be freaky, be freaky. That's fine. But you don't use real handcuffs. Use the ones where just in case you lose the key that you don't really need, to where you can just push that thing on the wrist and just flip it right off. That's what you use.
that's true.
Or bed straps. Just something that you can get out of just in case. I mean, you're banging an old man and he dies on top of you. Or an old woman, I guess. I don't know. However you guys get down. However
Crazy.
everyone gets down.
But yeah, so when she was hallucinating, her body's going into survival mode. So the imaginary people are giving her hints
Yes.
how to survive, like the glass of
Yes.
water. Like her own version of herself is like, remember that receipt? That's brand new right there. You just bought that. And she remembered there was a receipt up on the thing to make a
Hmm.
straw for the glass of water to reach it because she couldn't reach it at
She
first.
couldn't. Yeah, she couldn't.
So she did get a little bit of water, but not enough. She had to like savor it.
Yeah,
Like
because she didn't know how long she was
she
gonna
had to
be
like
there.
take a
So
little bit,
yeah, I was gonna
say,
say she couldn't just guzzle it all down,
yeah,
for better lack of words. But
yeah,
yeah, so she had to, yeah, like you said, she had to save that. She had to try to stay hydrated, and it was just, it was crazy.
dude. The most fucked up scene. Blood is like oil. It's slippery. She's like, if you cut your wrist,
Yeah,
but not too deep. Yo, it was so realistic because I pictured that. I was like, I hate movies where people will do that. Like they'll slip their hand and it comes out and they just like break their thumb or something and it comes out fine. I like how the skin was
yeah,
ripping up. Like she almost ripped her hand skin off where you
all
seen
bone.
just
Yeah, it
bone.
was.
She would have just been,
I was even and like usually that
it
stuff.
was
It was it
nasty.
was it
I
was
was like,
nasty. They
damn.
did a good job. Like I was even like moving like this a little bit. The wife, she couldn't handle it. She don't like that shit at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was like,
They did a
damn.
good job. They did a really good job with that, and that's even jumping ahead too, because that's when she gets the cuff off finally.
Yeah, that's when she actually gets free
But let's
towards the
talk
end
about
there.
this really quick, just really quick. I want to talk about the court scene, just because of the big being that she was seeing, the big dude.
Oh, that's at the end. That's the last scene at
Yeah,
the end.
but I want to mention that now so we don't forget about it because we gotta definitely. That shit was just funny the way that ended. But she was like, she survived. You got to give her that. You got to fucking give her that because how long would you have survived in this situation?
Dude,
Let's just say you
I
let's say as far as the bedposts go, because I know we would both say you just break the post. Let's say you can't break the bedposts. You can even say they're metal posts for whatever reason, or just some fancy heavy
I
wood
don't know.
shit.
I can't answer that. I would have to hopefully I remember it was a glass of
Mm.
water, and if I was smart enough to think
Then,
about
then again,
cutting my wrists,
it would be a different situation though, I guess, because you didn't have that traumatic experience, so it'd be way different.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm just more so saying like
No,
the
we would be
trap thing,
screwed.
yeah. So it's like, damn, like all that shit you'd go. It shows you what you would do to, when you. I mean, not saying that people don't want to survive, but when it's like, listen, I'm either going to fucking survive or I'm gonna die. So it's not even that you. It's not even the mentality of I don't want to survive. It's more so of
What is going on?
these are my only two options. Like it's either living or it's I'm gonna die trying. Get rich or die trying. And
Mm.
this one's literally live or die trying through this movie. But it's also like because it's like it's definitely like a psychological mind fuck. It's definitely that. And then as you get into it more, it goes to the opposite and kind of I guess it kind of puts it in that direction of getting help, like seeking help and helping others with it with that type of background or similar to that.
Yeah.
Because how she opened, she does that towards the end of the movie, and then she starts telling her
Oh,
story.
that's another giveaway that he had a lot of money because she got all
Who?
his money and that's what she did. The
Yes,
husband.
yes.
She
Oh,
opened
and
up
like how
she opened a foundation up to help abused people.
yeah, she did abuse children, boys and girls.
Oh, let's get to the abuse part. So basically, they made it where it was a solar eclipse. She was imagining back when she was younger. Her father used to call her oh my god, I just had it blinked. Was her nickname Sweet Pea or something?
Something like that. Let me see if I can find it.
Some nickname. And so the first sign is like, oh, I remember you used to sit on my lap and everything. They're sitting at a bench while the rest of the family's out on a boat.
Mhm.
She sits on his lap and he didn't touch her, but he basically jacked off on her back.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if he was masturbating while she was sitting on his lap because he asked her to sit on his lap. He was like, "You haven't,
Yeah, he's just
you
keep looking
saying you're
forward.
my little girl, this, that, and the third, and blah blah blah." And she kept saying, "No, I'm too old to sit on your lap, Dad." And then she finally does, and then he does that nasty ass shit, which
Yeah,
I knew something was gonna happen just because the way
yeah,
it was creepy. It was creepy.
yeah,
Like it was one of those creepy things. Like if you were there in real life, you'd punch the dude in the face, like with
yeah,
no questions asked. You just punch. You like, I know what he's doing. I don't care if it's his kid or not.
yeah,
I'm kicking his ass. And
yeah.
I'm just like, wow.
So then they made it on later where they had a talk like you can't tell nobody. It'll be our big. We got to keep it a secret. She
Yep.
agreed to it. Then like it was going to like nothing else happened after that. But then
Hmm.
there was a scene where he handcuffed. So did he actually start actually sexually abusing her, or like down the road, or was it just that
No, no,
one
no.
time?
So no, the handcuffing was silence. Remember, because at the one part in the movie where they, in the one time where she's talking to herself and her husband, she said she was like, um, your father had you handcuffed with silence because you didn't talk about this ever,
Okay,
and then your husband had you handcuffed with finances. So
okay.
it's like
So it's a metaphor. Okay, so that's what it meant.
so it's like she's still quiet, and then she was like, and then this is where the other part came on. She was like, you're that's what the silence and kind of like the cover up with the whatever, not necessarily abuse with her husband, but just kind of certain shit with both. I think that was with the handcuffs things. And then she was like, and they're both lawyers.
Hmm.
Like he or no, she was
Okay.
no, that's what it was. That was what it was. Your father was a lawyer, your husband's a lawyer, and then of course, what her father did,
Yeah.
he's an older man. Your husband's an older man because he was an older dude. So it was all of that. So she was like, you're basically doing the same thing over. You're basically in the same situation, just a little different in the sense of, you know what I
Okay.
mean. Now it's your husband. Now it's finances instead of silence, but it's still kind
Well,
of
I was
like,
confused because the one part she said that when she was crying and talking to herself, her other
mhm.
self, where she was saying, "It wasn't just for me. I did it for her sister." Meaning, like, I'd rather have him, me not say anything, have him do it to me so I can protect my sister. So I was confused, like, was it just that time or did he do multiple things later on
Honestly, I
through
don't.
her life, like her childhood?
I don't know, but I kind of don't think so. Because so remember when she cuts her hand in the dining with her family, and how she like looks back at her mom when she's going to the bathroom with her dad to clean up her hand and cover the
Yeah.
glass up. I don't.
She had a look like she knew something happened.
Yeah, she knew that. I feel like she knew
Well,
right
she
then and
because she
there.
even said that in the beginning. She said that those two have a special relationship. She even thought it was creepy.
Mhm,
Like how he always sticks up for her and how close he is to her.
mhm.
So I
Because it
think
was
she
like
had like
it was more because it was like he had in the back of his head, if she says something, I'm screwed. Versus, I mean, not even versus anything because he's a sick fucking deviant. And the way how he manipulated his daughter with the whole, you can't. I no, but he even put it to the point to where he put it to where it was like it was up to her
yeah,
it was up to her, like, if she said yes, then he would go tell her mother what happened, and then he was like, "Mommy won't blame you. She won't think it's your fault, but she might. Do you wanna take that risk?"
yeah,
And just, like, shit like that. And
yeah.
I'm
He
like,
snuck in afterwards. Yeah, he played mind games.
"Daddy didn't," and all this other shit. I'm just like, "You sick fuck, man." It just
Yep.
it makes your blood boil, like, what the fuck? But, I mean, it wasn't a bad movie, and, I mean, good acting, good storytelling, and good all that shit. It gets you in those emotions. It gets you feeling like that and thinking like that, so it did a good job doing that for sure.
Yeah. It did make you think though, because I'm sitting there looking around like what I would do. I'm looking around. I'm like seeing if I could see anything to grab or
Mhm,
like with my feet. Like how would I like if what about if I try to put my feet over my head and push against the wall and like
mhm.
push off the wall or something? I was thinking a whole bunch of different things.
Same, same, and I'm like, "Damn, what if you could just rip these off?" And you know what had me kinda chuckling to myself? I'm like, "Alright, man." I feel like, but then again, she was in the center of the bed, she was handcuffed. I was gonna say, I feel like the nightstands are closer to the bed. There's not
Hmm.
really that big of a gap between, but because there was a gap, yes, but she wasn't, like, on her side of the bed, she was more in the center of the bed. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking, like, when you reach over with your foot from the center of the bed, I feel like you could still reach your nightstand. I know I could reach mine.
It's a
Mine's right up against the fucking
well,
bed.
well, it's a
But then
king size
again,
bed, so
yeah, that is
there's
true. I ain't got a
I
big
don't
king.
I don't know. I
Eh,
don't know.
okay. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, it could be. That's not that out of the ordinary. But I was just like, I
But
felt
the
like
handcuff key was in the bathroom,
no, it was
I
on the
think. Or
drawer.
no, it's
Remember,
on the dresser. No, it was on the
it was
dresser.
on the
Never
other.
mind.
It was on the nightstand on his side. It was just further away.
Okay.
It was just further away. No, she went to the. No, she went to the bathroom to use
The
maxi
tampons,
pads.
the
No,
maxi
no,
pads to
maxi
stop the
pads.
bleeding.
Yeah, to stop the bleeding on
Whatever.
her
Hey, I don't know
wrist.
the difference.
I do. It's important to
No, I
know.
do know the difference. Okay.
It's important.
But
You got
with
sisters and
wings
cousins and huh? What
for
happened?
heavy flow. Get the heavy flow ones.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, yeah, that's smart thinking though. She used it as medical bandages, like
Yep.
to
She
stop the
must have not
bleeding
had
on
the
her
ones
wrist.
with wings, or else her arm would have been up like this for the rest of the movie. Fucking
Yo,
had
she
a
was
red
crazy
her
though,
foot there.
driving though. dehydrated
Yo,
and all the blood, man.
she was driving fast as shit.
Yeah.
Fast as shit. I'm like, "Yo, girl, slow down." It's like you're out of the house, slow down. But it's like,
Yep.
also, you lost a lot of blood, you don't wanna pass out, you don't it's tough, but it's like, slow
You want
down.
yeah, you wanna get somewhere quick, going down a mountain
Yeah, and
at
honestly,
that.
the crazy thing is crashing probably saved her life. As crazy as that fucking sounds.
Oh, it did, yeah, she crashed, yeah, because she crashed, and it was someone's front
And they
yard,
heard it, came outside,
like, their house was in yeah, they heard it, and they came,
and she
got her, saved
keep
her.
going.
So, let's
Oh, yeah,
backtrack
it's
a
like
little bit now, so, the dog I liked how the dog tried to bite her foot when she was
mhm,
sleeping because it wanted fresh
yep,
meat. Dog was like, "Oh, this bitch is dead."
so she
So,
here's the
backtrack about the creepy guy, so the court
yes,
guy, the creepy guy.
and
Did
she
we talk
wakes
about the
up
court
and
thing?
no, not yet, 'cause I said it a little bit ago how I wanted to mention it just to get to it, just so we don't forget about it, I mean.
Okay,
But so
let's
with
talk
the
about
creepy
the
guy,
creepy dude. Yeah.
so when she wakes up to she feels like the dog's, like, gnawing on her foot, she wakes up and there's a dude sucking on her big toe, and just to dive into this, because there's you see the dude throughout the movie, like, in the shadows, but you don't know anything about him until later in the movie. I mean,
You
basically
don't know if it's a hallucination or not. You don't know
yeah,
what's going on, but the dog is giving away because the dog is, like, growling, backing up,
yep,
leaves the room. So she's
terrified.
looking like the dog is so she's like, "Is this real?" She can't tell if it's real or not.
Yep,
She's like, "Is it death? Maybe death is coming for me? Like, I'm dying?"
mhm,
So that was fucking with her. But the the thing is, found out why he didn't kill her or anything yet, because he don't do nothing until you're dead. He rapes the dead body and steals jewelry and everything off. He's a grave robber.
yeah. I
So
thought he
this
did
dude
more
was
than that though,
creepy.
after a while,
Well,
but
he
he
did
no,
no, there's a list of stuff he did. He robbed graves,
no,
he
he
had
was a
sex with dead
wild boy.
bodies.
Yeah, he was
Um,
cut that's right, 'cause he would cut body parts. He was doing hands, feet, and ears, and
yep.
genitalia too,
Yep.
right?
Yep, he'll cut it off when they're dead. Yep, he'll cut all that stuff off. So he was waiting for her to die. That's why he was keep coming back. He left. He was like, "Oh, she'll be dead by tomorrow."
Yep,
So he was creepy like that. So that's why he didn't do nothing. But she was seeing him because he was sitting there staring at her at one point, sucking on her big toe.
and
But
then
he was a weird looking dude.
yeah,
He
he
played
was
a good creepy dude.
perfect, perfect,
But
especially
when
for
she
this.
got free, yeah, when she got free though, like she still didn't know if he was real. He was in front of her because she was alive. He didn't do nothing. He was just looking at her. She put her ring in his box of treasures. It's like, here, you can have this. Here's a payment. And she just leaves. And he's like, what the fuck? Okay. But then in the court scene, she went in to see him to see if he was real and everything. Basically, I need to be there. I had to go see him. He remembers her and he goes, oh, he's like, gets excited. He sees her. And she's like, what she said, she said something to him. I forgot what she
I
said.
thought he said, "You're not real" to her or some shit.
Oh no, because she was repeating her because she was keep yelling at him. So he remembers.
Got it.
He was like, "Oh," he was like, "You're not real. You're not real."
And she just looked at him,
Because that's what
smiled.
he remembered. Yeah. So
Okay, yeah, yeah,
she said
yeah.
something to him, and she turned around and left. And he was going to go to prison, but he wasn't the
Oh, he
main
was
part of the
done.
movie. That was just a little
A
piece
little,
that was
yeah,
added
a
in.
little piece. It was, but here's the thing. Here's because me and the wife were talking about this, like right after that part happened. Well, after the movie was over, I was like, or no, actually, it was during that part. Like the whole court scene, how she literally just walks in the court, interrupts the court, walks through the little gate, taps the guy in the back. Excuse me. He turns around. They have their conversation, and she leaves. She would have
Yeah.
been arrested so fucking fast, yo.
Oh yeah.
Contempt of court. So as soon as you go in there, like even if you go in there and sit down, I'm sure you can go in there and sit down quietly. I don't know how that shit works. But let's say you go in there and you start making noise, yo, judge is basically like, listen, be quiet, make some more
Oh,
noise.
the
Listen,
judge would at least said, "Can I help you?" If you kept walking instead of sitting down, you're just walking to the front. The
nah,
judge would have said, "What are you doing?" They
nah.
would have
You
said
may
something, but they
listen
just let her.
if you're just walking to the front like that, you're getting tackled and you deserve it because you don't know what
Yep.
they're doing. At
Yeah,
that
they did
point,
nothing.
no, nothing,
So
nothing.
weird.
I'm just like, what the, and that part right there, I'm like, so it kind of had and still kind of has me. What she found out who the dude was because the dude had a court case or something that she
Yeah.
either read or seen on the news. That part I
He
did
got
forget.
no, he got arrested, and the description and everything when she read it, she was like, "That has to be him. That's
Okay,
the guy." That's why
did he
she
have a?
went. She had to go see if it
There was
was
no
him.
picture of him in the paper though.
No, that's why
Okay,
I think that's why she went. She
okay,
had to go see it for herself to see if it was him.
that's fair. That's
I
fair. And
thought she was going to go and say, "Where's my ring?
fuck it.
Give my ring back."
She was having nightmares too, like a lot of nightmares too. Even after you thought she was, I don't want to say healed, but after you thought she was a lot, you thought she was like, you know what I mean, really
Yeah,
good. And then you've seen her heal more. I'll say once she started the foundation is when she would still stay up at late at night, but the way she was describing it, it didn't seem like it was as bad as it was before that
yeah,
foundation. Like, it was getting better. It was getting a lot better, especially when she started to tell
yeah.
her story.
She was keep dreaming the eclipse
Yeah,
when she was
'cause
young.
remember when she wrote that? Yeah, because she wrote that story, and then she was like reading it to her younger self and stuff, and kind of gave it
Yeah,
to her.
yeah.
Maybe that freed her, you know what I mean, freed her from that.
I think that's what that whole. I think that's what it was.
The message was,
She
yeah.
freed herself. She
Well,
basically talked
yeah,
to herself.
definitely because at the end of the movie, oh, where does she go? Who the hell is she talking to when she leaves and she's like walking up the street? Oh, that's the court scene. The court scene.
Yeah,
So when she leaves the court, she's walking up the street, and you see the sunlight. You see the sun just bright. The sun, and the funny thing was, the wife was like, she's like, "What the hell's going on?" She's like, "Where the hell's her car?" And it's like, "Oh, all right, never mind. The sun, I get it. Like the message with the sun out because the eclipse and shit."
mhm,
But I was like, "Oh wow, that's kind of cool." It was kind of cool, but it was kind of one of those like, because she could have drove off into the sun.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Like drove off, but I
she's in a big city. A lot of people don't have cars. They
oh,
take
that's
the
right.
subway or
She
taxis.
crashed the one. She crashed the one. We don't
And
know
she
if they had
crashed
any other
on.
cars.
Yeah, exactly.
At least at the
Like
time.
New York City, a lot of people don't drive. I mean, there's a lot of people that drive, but a lot of people don't.
Oh yeah, I know, I
They're
know.
like,
Shit,
I'm not fucking driving.
up here even in the transportation service isn't as good as it is in the city, of course. But yeah,
Yeah,
fuck man, this was
but
one
it
of those
wasn't a bad
movies.
movie. Yeah,
No, overall, no. It was one of those movies I would say if you're gonna watch, definitely watch it and pay attention, of course. And for me, I'll say a one-time watch. I don't need to go back to it.
no, I won't go
But
back to it. But it was decent though. It was good.
yeah, it wasn't a bad watch. I'm gonna stick with
I'll
definitely.
say watch it. I recommend it.
Yeah, yeah,
If you like survivals, movies and mind fucks type shit.
yeah.
It wasn't really a mind fuck though. I wouldn't go that far. Like,
I mean, in some ways, more so for her than the audience, even maybe.
yeah,
Mhm.
she's
Just with
basically trying to survive and reliving her childhood and
her
healing
trauma. Yeah,
mentally at the same time. Her trauma, yeah.
yeah,
So she one trauma is healing another trauma.
pretty much.
That's what, yeah,
So
that's what it was.
that's what it seemed like. She was doing something though. She was doing something about it, guys. Holy shit!
Yeah, she survived, worked out. And one thing, as soon as I was healed, I would go back and find that fucking dog, kick that motherfucker, fucking piece of
Go
shit,
all
was
the way back.
biting me. Yeah, fucking bite me,
All
trying to eat
right,
my leg.
I'm hungry. So there is no wheel tonight, people, because there's only two movies left. So there's no point in me
Yeah,
spinning the wheel just to.
yeah. There's no point.
I mean,
I was
so I'll
just
show you guys
saying.
what we're doing on Tuesday. Bride of
The Bride
Chucky,
of Chucky. Oh my
and
goodness!
then
It's the
Thursday.
debut of Tiffany.
Yes, sir. Together.
Together forever. I
Till
never
death.
seen this.
I never seen this. I never heard of it. So I
Wait a
freaking
minute. Is that an
found it.
M on the bottom? Is that an MTV movie? What's going on? Where's that M on the bottom? What's that?
I'm not sure. I don't think that's MTV. No, that's just the M. That's
Oh,
not MTV.
I was about to
I'm
say
so
MTV.
mad.
What the fuck is going on here?
So mad. So yeah, those are our movies for next week.
Okay.
I really don't have too much more to say about this movie.
No,
It's
I
one of
don't
those
either.
because honestly, there's not. I mean, there's a lot of conversation going on in this movie, but
It's a lot of
other than that,
dialogue
a
and
lot.
basically
But
one scene. It's her in bed through the majority of the
one,
movie.
yeah, like in one room for the majority of the movie.
Yep.
But it's at the same time, it's not like a bad or boring conversation. It's just like you have to see it to really like get in depth with this movie,
Yeah.
to really get in depth with the conversation, with the scenes and what we've discussed, to really kind of understand it and get the feels for it. Because once you see the movie and you like, and you could even go back to the father with the eclipse scene, and that's all I'm gonna call that scene. But to where like she even like when her father tells her not to look back and she's asking like what's going on, what are you doing, stop, and she like you just seen the fear, which again, great
Yeah.
acting, great acting. um yeah, I'm gonna leave this movie at a 6 though, and again, like I
Yeah, me
said,
too.
this is it's definitely a one time watch. I wouldn't say it's a sturdy, I'd say check it out, but I wouldn't say it's a sturdy recommendation. You know what I mean? Like it's not something like, yo, you need to see this. It's not that, but check it out.
Okay.
uh yeah, make sure you guys tune into Popcorn and Pints on Saturday, where we'll be reviewing Star Trek. Oh shit,
What's this?
First
Oh,
Contact
First Contact.
and Star Wars:
Return of the
Return of
Jedi.
the Motherfucking Jedi. Hell yeah, I cannot fucking wait for Return of the Jedi. I gotta watch that. I gotta
Oh
watch
yeah.
both of those motherfuckers still, actually. But
Me too.
yeah, so that's what we're gonna be doing on Saturday, and then tomorrow we will be reviewing over midnight. You know, on Stereo Vision, we'll be reviewing what was it? I didn't download it to this computer. Oh shit, right here. Boom. Blood Rush.
Laura.
And you know, in Stereo
Okay.
Vision, we watch some weird shit, some bad shit. It's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. So I hope you guys tune in
Well,
for that.
that's definitely. It looks like a zombie movie, but it could also be a vampire
I,
movie, I guess.
I think it is a zombie movie. I believe it is a zombie movie. My cousin's seen it already. He watched it at like. So my all right, real quick story before
Oh,
I leave.
Chad.
Not even a story. My cousin was good, Chad. That same man, same. We gotta. I I don't know your schedule, man. We gotta link up again though. We gotta link up either on the horror side or if you want to go over on Popcorn and Pints, come on episode with us for that or something, man. But we gotta link up soon. We're getting ready to wrap this one up.
Yep.
But yeah, people tune in to Start Vision tomorrow night at midnight. Tune into Popcorn and Pints Saturday at 9 o'clock Eastern time. We're still doing that Godzilla thing, and I believe that newest Godzilla, the next episode will be dropping, I'm sure, Sunday or Monday. You know, Mick's always on the ball with that. You've seen what we're doing next week. Bride of Chucky Tuesday, Till Death Thursday, and then a new wheel will be revealed next Thursday. Ooh.
Dun dun
But
dun.
until then, people, I'll see you in your nightmares. You have a great, amazing night. Stay safe. Don't pee on each other unless you're into that. And do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? I just gotta ask that question. You think about that and you let me know in the next episode. I'll see you in your nightmares. Peace.
Peace.